brought to you by Blackmagic Design, the world's highest quality products for the feature film, post and broadcast industries. Blackmagicdesign.com. And by the Tonkawa Film Festival, celebrating short films from around the world. tonkawafilmfestival.com.
Now, this other film, I think, this next one, also, I believe, deals with some death aspects. And you interviewed the director, Hugo Ruiz. The film is in Espanol. It's called Dante. This is about a young paramedic who unwittingly finds himself in the middle of a war between crime lords. It also is a bit of a sort of an allegory or like a retelling of Dante's Inferno.
Dante Alighieri's The Divine Comedy is one of those things that everyone has a passing awareness of, like the Pavlovian dog experiment. You can say Dante and I mean, you go, oh, a level of hell. But it was a trilogy. There's hell, there's purgatory, there's paradise. And this film uses the loose interpretation of those three levels to sort of shine a light on Spanish nightlife in Madrid. And it starts with a guy driving recklessly with the MacGuffin. And he's looking at the MacGuffin, and the MacGuffin is shining in his face. And then he wrecks his car to throw people off the scent and kind of messes himself up pretty good. So he calls a paramedic. And that's when we meet Eduardo. And Eduardo is our guide through this nefarious underworld. Basically, he tries to help as many people as he can, while the people around him try to off each other as often as they can. And Hugo Ruiz said, when we were talking about it, I said, I said, what is this about? And he's like, it's about the nightlife. It's about the night in Spain. He said, when it's dark, people believe that they are hidden and that they can do things they wouldn't do in the bright of day. And I was like, wow, that's deep. And again, very warm person. I sat right next to him. We were chatting. His son is in the film. There's a character named Junior who is the son of one of the principals of the film. And he's terrifying. He's so he's a young man with a thin mustache and a huge chip on his shoulder. And he just smolders the entire time he's on scene. You're like, that's a dangerous, dangerous fellow. And he's like, that's my son. He's the nicest guy ever. I'm like, that is crazy. But it's a great film. Ester, the main actress, carries the movie. Like Eduardo, obviously, he's great too. But Ester, she's dynamite. She plays Mac. And she is of this dark world, but not... I'd say from, but not of. She's from this dark world, but not of. There is a light in her that she sort of feels welling up spending time with Eduardo. She realizes it doesn't have to be all these terrible things. There's something inside her that is genuine, that is authentic, that she can connect with if she weren't burdened by all this darkness around her. It culminates in a meeting with a big bad in a beautiful location. It's a little cliche, but that's what we go to the films for. And Ruiz said he wears his influences on his sleeve. So Scorsese, a lot of Tarantino. This is a great film to learn Spanish profanities if you wanted to do that. But a lot of fun, and apparently part of a trilogy, and this is the second one. So we're going to see more from him. He was awarded a couple years back when he came to Tribeca with his first film, Una Noche con Adele. So they like him, and for good reason. And I think we'll see him again soon. And I really had a pleasure talking to him. And this movie is a lot of fun. If you like gritty noir, like modern noir, international features, this one's for you.
This is the BTRP Media Network.